born in Shawnee, Oklahoma, but lived and died in Austin, Texas, was one of the greatest shortstops, not in black baseball history, but in baseball history, Willie James Wells. Or El Diablo, as he was known particularly in Mexico, a five-tool superstar in the Negro Leagues, because he was a power-hitting shortstop. And even though he drew comparisons to another guy who played in St. Louis, who many baseball fans celebrate, and rightfully so, the Wizard, the great Ozzie Smith.
Go crazy, folks! Go crazy!
Willie Wells was making those same kinds of acrobatic plays well before we ever knew who the Wizard was, but Willie Wells brought power to that position. A rare commodity for a guy who only stood about 5'7" and weighed less than 170 pounds. And while he didn't have an exceptionally strong throwing arm, he had a quick release and had great hands, great range, and he could just get rid of that ball as fast as anyone has ever done it. That's part of the reason that you would hear the Mexican players tell you, don't hit it to shortstop because El Diablo is over there. Yeah, that was Willie Wells.
Can you break there with me? Ice with phone numbers like
big spot here, bottom of the ninth, down to their final out, and now the shortstop, Rusty Nicholson. Hit hard on the ground up the middle. Wells ranging to his left. Got him, and that's the ball game. Willie Wells with an incredible play to preserve the win for St. Louis.
The late great Buck O'Neil was doing an interview, and a reporter asked him, he said, Mr. O'Neil, how do you hit a great curveball? And Buck's response was, by not missing the fastball. And so Willie Wells, like a lot of ball players, struggled initially with hitting the curveball.
You're out!
But Willie Wells was able to make the adjustment, and whether it was curveballs, fastballs, or any other kind of ball you wanted to throw, Willie Wells seemed to have an answer for virtually everything that the pitchers homered 23 times to lead the Negro National League. And Wells led St. Louis to their first title in 1928. Willie Wells had emerged as a true offensive star to couple with his great defensive abilities. Willie Wells was a member of the vaunted $1 Million infield that included Mule Suttles, Dick Say, and Ray Dandridge. And Willie Wells was known not only as El Diablo, but the Shakespeare of shortstops. It was theater. It was...
What up, viewers? What up, y'all?
Devil Wells up next, looking to bring home the run for the Stars.
Oh, one.
Well, it's hard to imagine what it must have been like to watch Willie Wells in his prime
He could field like Ozzie Smith at short, and he led the league in homers and hits 3 times each. Ridiculous.
Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Nah, that nigga Rio trash. Yeah, that nigga Rio trash.
Here's
Leave that
Wells
nigga where he
trying
at,
to
bro.
draw first blood against Bill Foster.
It's too early. It's too early to hear Drip Jr. But I say, it's too early to hear niggas crying, bro. Look.
Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball.
The home run and stolen base stats with Willie Wells are just crazy, Boog. If you adjust his 8 years in St. Louis to the modern-day 162-game season, he'd have averaged a 30-30 season. Nobody in MLB history even has 6 years like that.
Out of here! And it gives him the lead in the first. It's 3-0. So 2 down. Willie Wells next to bat. He gets there with the slide, and they get the out. Siggy, I'd say Willie's best year was 1930 when he won the Triple Crown. He batted almost 400 during the regular season, hit 2 homers in the championship series to help St. Louis win the title. 1-1 now. In the air, right field. Bradley on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Back here at Southside Park. Ready to begin the 8th. Willie Wells now at the plate.
Ball, that's out.
That Triple Crown season Wells had was nuts. He also led the league in hits, runs, doubles, steals, and walks. And each of the league's top 5 homer hitters was in St. Louis's lineup. Man, that's unfair.
Man aboard on the leadoff single. Big chance here in the first for Newark as Willie Wells steps to the dish. Hard liner. Pulls it in on the run. Runner tags from third. Safe. And they take the lead. In the air to left center. Gibson under it. And there's 2 down. Stepping in, Willie Wells.
Willie Wells was just dominant in his career. No shortstop in history earned more wins above replacement per game than him. Not Honus Wagner, not Cal Ripken Jr., not Alex Rodriguez. Nobody.
Sliced hard but foul. Here's the stat I found, Singy. Willie led the league in WAR 5 straight seasons at one point. Only 4 players since integration have done that, and you know their names. Mantle, Mays, Pujols, Trout. And the tying run is on base. Digging in, Willie Wells.
Ball.
The 1-1. on the ground.
That's a
and
foul.
That's just foul. The 1-2.
I'm streaming. When I get done, I'm down.
Out towards right center field. Rogan moving under this one.
And no, it goes fast. I'm not doing the stream. I'm just streaming this little story.
Willie Wells next to bat. This one in the air center field. Gibson under it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Safe. And they take the lead. Welcome back to Rupert Stadium. Now it's the shortstop, Willie Wells.
That's the ball.
And the 1-0. That's to third. Kennedy tosses across to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Willie Wells, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Man at second. Just
Ball.
Missed.
Ball.
This one drilled.
There we go.
Center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. Bases loaded for Willie Wells with a chance to be the hero for Newark. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Now this is in the air down the line. Burns on the move and a foul ball. Up the middle. Perry flips it. There's one. Safe at home. Ball game. Willie Wells brings home the run to win it for Newark.
Willie Wells is the guy who is credited with having invented the batting helmet. The story has it that a notorious spitball pitcher named Bill Bird beamed Willie Wells, hit him in the head, knocked him unconscious. Of course, the medical staff told him that, no, you can't play the next day. You're going to have to sit the game out. Now, you have to understand, this is in the playoffs. And apparently, they did not know how tenacious Willie Wells was. And Willie Wells comes back the next day, and he has a construction helmet kind of taped around his head, and that would become the early advent of the batting helmet. Willie Wells was an absolute student of this game. He was a baseball lifer, and his impact moves well beyond the field because he taught a lot of guys the intricacies of this game, including teaching Jackie Robinson how to turn the double play. When we talk about the likes of Jackie Robinson, Don Newcomb, Monty Irvin, if they were with us, they would all tell you that they owe a great deal of their Major League Baseball success to Willie Wells.
Back outside, riding my whip and Rodeo Drive. Shawty, I step like Fredo Bang, gon' stay in your lane down for a five.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Wesley Hills now at the plate. Sharp grounder deep in the hole. Nice stop. Flips it. Wells fields it to Jackie for one. On to first. Double play. Wells and Jackie turn two to end it.
Yeah, I got it.
Just like my dear friend, the late, great Hall of Famer Monty Irvin, who said he never felt more freer in his entire life than he did when he went to Mexico. Willie Wells found that same freedom. And it was so interesting that you would have to go abroad to be treated the way that you should have been treated at home. You see, in Mexico, Willie Wells wasn't a black baseball player. Willie Wells was just a baseball player. And that's all the players in the Negro Leagues ever wanted to be. Willie Wells had a rare triple feat when he was recognized with induction into the Mexican Baseball Hall of Fame, the Cuban Baseball Hall of Fame, and of course took his rightful place in the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1997. Shortly thereafter, the city of Austin recognized one of his very own heroes by naming a street for him, and most recently named a ballpark for him. The very field that he played high school baseball on has now been renamed Willie Wells Field. The city of St. Louis saw two of the greatest shortstops to ever play this game. One, the acrobatic flair and style of the Wizard, Hall of Famer Ozzie Smith. The other, who played in the Negro Leagues, but brought that same level of flair and the acrobatic style, the great Willie James Wells.
Don't let anybody tell you can't do what you want to do in life. You feel me? You feel me?
Devil Wells coming to the dish, looking to bring home Leon Day and Ray Dandridge here in the first. Out towards right center.
Perfect, perfect. Get out, get out. Let's go. Perfect in this bitch. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm done if y'all still need me. And I'm on another stream. Yes, sir.